Greetings! It's with pleasure to present to you the top 5 stories of the New Times Weekly Review. I am Iriza Jade Natasha.
And Joan Babazi.
Also stay tuned for the interview at the end.
World Suicide Prevention Day. There's hope to those who are struggling. Suicide is the second leading cause of death among 15 to 29-year-olds. According to World Health Organization study conducted by Rwanda Biomedical Center in 2018, showed that only 30% of the people who met the criteria for having mental disorders sought mental health support. Statistics from Rwanda Investigation Bureau show that between June 2019 and July 2021, at least 579 people committed suicide. Friday, September 10th, as the world celebrates World Suicide Prevention Day, celebrated annually, serves to start the conversation about suicide and to show that recovery is possible. This year's theme, Creating Hope Through Action, is intended to be a reminder that there is an alternative to suicide and that people's actions, no matter how big or small, may provide hope to those who are struggling. Dr. Yvonne Kaiteshonga, the head of the Mental Health Division at RBC, said that this day is an opportunity to sensitize and educate people about pending obstacles as well as mental health services that are available.
How will Rwanda meet its housing units demand goal? According to Rwanda Housing Authority, by 2050, Rwanda needs 5.5 million housing units up to accommodate an estimated 22 million people from 2.5 million housing units in 2019. Vincent Gigamba, the Director of Housing Planning at Rwanda Housing Authority, said that this requires building at least 150,000 housing units every year to satisfy the demand. Also, the Ministry of Infrastructure says that the more real estate firms ought to invest in affordable housing to meet the demand for dwelling units that are projected at 310,000 housing units per year by 2032. Currently, 217,000 units are needed in the country considering the current population. Experts stressed the fact that the planning for housing projects should be made with consideration for most Rwandans' affordability.
Former university lecturer detained for alleged sexual assault. Rwanda Investigation Bureau has confirmed the arrest of Christopher Kayumba, a former lecturer at the School of Journalism and Communication at University of Rwanda, whom they said is being investigated for alleged sexual assault. According to the RIB spokesperson, Thierry Murangira, Kayumba is being detained at Chichochiro RIB as investigations into allegations that he sexually assaulted different women continue. He also said that Kayumba is suspected of rape and attempted rape of 2 women in 2017 at his residence in Nyabisindu Cell, Remera Sector, Gasabo District. If convicted, sexual assault is punished by between 10 to 15 years imprisonment, while attempt to rape is punished by between 5 and 7.5 year imprisonment. Bulldog releases Chemotherapy 1 album. Local top hip-hop star Bulldog has released his new album after 6 months of producing it. The album follows a hit song that he released 2 months ago titled Mood, which took over local TVs and airwaves. It was produced by Piano The Groove and has 12 tracks, featuring renowned hip-hop artists like Green P, P-Flower, and Fireman. According to Bulldog, the main inspiration and message behind the album is to bring back the spirit of hip-hop in Rwanda. Chemotherapy is a couple of words that link chemo, which is short of chemo survey, Bulldog's other name, and therapy, which means therapy from chemo, according to the singer.
Rwanda pilots universal access to HIV preventive medicine. Rwanda is piloting the possibilities of making HIV preventive pills available to everyone, while they are currently only accessible to key populations in the country. The current target groups are discordant couples where the partner who is HIV negative takes them to avoid contracting the virus. The second group is for female sex workers because they have multiple sexual partners and their condom use is low. The third group is gay people because they are at high risk of contracting the virus or they do not know their HIV status. PrEP is a pill taken by HIV negative people to protect them from infection. Taking pills can stop the HIV virus from establishing an infection in a person who has been exposed. According to Rwanda Biomedical Center, the pilot for PrEP is at its early stage but has reached more than 192 health facilities countrywide. Ines Rutaisire has more on this.
Thank you, ladies. Welcome to the second part of our weekly review. Today we are going to talk about HIV prevention pills, and our guest is Jasmine Emery Ingabire, Associate Director of Community Outreach at HDI. I am Ines Rutaisire Umurerwa.
Hi Jasmine, how are you?
I'm very fine, thank you.
Thank you for your time. So Rwanda is piloting the possibilities of making pre-exposure prophylaxis or HIV prevention pills which were currently accessible to key populations now, available to everybody. So who uses the HIV prevention pills? Are they only adults or even young teenagers can access them?
There are a type of groups that use PrEP. First of all, there are key population, as you said. These include men having sex with other men. This include also female sex workers. This also include discordant couples. But for this group, it's only used when one of the partners is not suppressing or doesn't have like the viral suppression. Another group that is eligible for using PrEP is adolescent and young women.
How is the accessibility of the pills? Are they going to be in pharmacies or even in hospitals?
We are into the pilot phase. And these are accessible to the group of people who are in a certain program. They are identified under a certain program, and they are only accessible to health centers. They are not yet at the pharmacy. Yeah, so they are still at the health center facilities where those group of people are linked for healthcare services.
Do you have any planned price for the pills or are they free at the moment?
In general, in Rwanda, ARVs or antiretroviral drugs are accessible for free. So even for PrEP, the pre-exposure prophylaxis is free for those groups for now because they are at high risk of contracting HIV. And I think this is a targeted strategy because these groups have a high prevalence of HIV. And again, they are, for instance, if I say sex workers, most of them, they are vulnerable. Those we reach through the given programs.
So do you have any planned specific price for the pills or are they free at the moment?
First of all, in general, in Rwanda, we have this program, HIV program, whereby people access for free ARVs or antiretroviral drugs. So for the PrEP, they are free accessible. And as far as I know, there is no charge that will be on these pills because most of the targeted population are vulnerable. And if we are charging money because these pills are used as long as you're exposed to HIV. You cannot determine how long someone will be exposed to HIV. So charging it and with those group of vulnerable population, I think it won't be charged anytime.
So when people take HIV prevention pills, are they really assured that even if they have unprotected sex, they will not acquire HIV?
So research showed that For men, they have to take pills for 7 days before starting having unprotected sex. So this is when they can be 100%, if I might say 100, but the accuracy is very high. They will be protected. And for women, they have to wait for 21 days before having unprotected sex. But this doesn't mean that you have to take for those 7 days and then you'll be like, I'm done. You have to take it consistently, like on a daily basis. If you take it for today at 8 a.m., you have to be very consistent to that hour. You have to take it 8 a.m. every day, as long as you're exposed to someone who is HIV positive.
So if people that falls into those groups doesn't take the pills, as you say, they have to take the pills every day that they having unprotected sex. If they don't take the pills regularly, are there any other likely problems that will arise?
First of all, I would like to clarify this. The PrEP or the pre-exposure prophylaxis doesn't protect the STIs. Yeah, that's one. Because people think whenever I take PrEP, if it can protect HIV, it can protect STIs. That's wrong. So answering your question, if you don't take the drugs as prescribed by the doctor or any healthcare provider, the risk will be that you might acquire HIV, because this can be taken in the context of family planning pills. If you don't take, for instance, the pills, the microgynon, this is like the one of most famous pills into family planning. If you don't take it as indicated by your healthcare provider, you might get pregnant. So this is the case for the PrEP. If you don't take it regularly, you might get HIV. Even though like you might take it for 10 days and think, okay, I'm protected, I will stop. No, you have to take them as long as you are exposed to someone who is HIV positive.
Thank you for your time and thank you for all the information that you provided.
Yeah, you're most welcome. Yeah.
Thank you for staying tuned. For such stories and more, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, The New Times Rwanda. You can also check our website at The New Times. Until next time, I remain Joan Babazi.
And I am Iriza Jed Natasha. We wish you a lovely week ahead.